Hi everyone, it's Melody from melodylanedesigns.com. So I just want to show you, I cut out this flower as big as it would fit in the Cricut craft room, and I will have the cut file for you on my blog. But I want to make this realistic, and I'm going to put it on a wooden stick. I painted the stick. It's hard to see the color. I didn't want it bright green, so I painted it black first, and then I painted it green, so it would be like a little darker green. And I think I got these at Hobby Lobby, because I think that's where that sticker came from. It's in one of my shopping hauls. This is 1/8 by 12 inch, and you got 30 of them. But you can get these at Walmart and Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Joann's too. And so I just painted it with acrylic paint. I'm going to paint my flower before I take it off the mat with watercolors. And I'm just using the cheap watercolors, you know, like kids use. I haven't used these since I was a kid, but it's never fun to grow up. I'm going to turn into a kid again today. The reason I'm going to do this is because I'm going to do it on the paper, because I want to do it sort of in between the parts that are cut out, so it will sort of bleed into the tip of the rose like it does in real life. Okay, so I'm going to put some paint around the paper that's actually going to be thrown away. Okay, so I'm going to get this wet, and I really wish there was a pink. Maybe I'll use purple. Can I make a purple and white? I want to get this really, really wet too, so it will bleed easier. So I'm dipping my, I just put water in this little thing, which is, something came in that. Instead of throwing it away, I'm reusing it. I want to get it real wet, so I'm dipping this into here, and then I'm going to dip my, and this is just a cheap brush that came with it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and really get this wet. And see, I think the paint is going to, can you see where it's cut? It's really going to get in there where it's cut more. And I'm going to bleed it out a little. I know you have some pressure. This is a little mat, so it's paint on the mat. Okay, this is what the flower is looking like. It's a little wrinkled. That's okay. And then I'm going to bend back each petal too. Okay, now I'm going to, the paper is still wet, and I'm going to go ahead and tear off. This comes off very easily. Tear this part off. Isn't it pretty? I think it's pretty. And I'm going to, this works, I'm going to get rid of this paint so I don't knock it over. Comes off pretty easy. You have to make sure your tool is down to the thing so you don't rip the paper, because it's still wet, so it's really gentle. And this is Recollections paper, so it's not real thick either. You could use thicker paper, I'm sure. Cool. And this did nothing to my mat. That pink that's on my mat was there from paper. I used an old mat because I wasn't sure. Okay, now I'm going to take this end of the paintbrush. You can use anything. And I'm going to roll these back. See? And it does it better when they're wet, too. I got all the things rolled back, and I'm going to let this dry. It's still wet, so I want it to dry. Okay, now I let it dry for a while. This in the center is not totally completely dry, but I think it's dry enough. And I'm going to use my ATG gun and go around here with the adhesive. I might add a little glue to my stick. This is the best glue ever. So when that dries, that stick will stay in there. Okay, the stick is coming out. I'm going to stick this stick in there last. Okay, now I'm going to stick this in there and put a bunch of glue. Now you could use hot glue and it would dry instantly. I don't have my hot glue gun on. I'm just going to squeeze that around there. And then you can add some leaves to the bottom. But now you got to sort of play with these a little bit. I'm going to get my paints out again. And just do some of the tips. Okay, here's my rose. My camera shut off. I'm not sure what I missed on this, so I'm going to show you how I did the leaves. I took the leaf, I rolled it back, so it's like that. I cut this. I didn't really cut it that far. And then I put hot glue all along the opening here, and then put that on there like that and sort of glued it on. And then there it was. Okay. Now, the bottom of this is sort of ugly, but I don't really want any more leaves on there. Cut some paper that matches the leaves. And maybe cut it and wrap it around. Okay. I just wrapped some paper around there. And this would be so pretty in a vase. Maybe with some more roses. Okay. Thanks for watching.